Welcome to the YouTube class. After having the previous video, we are having some definitions now. What is that means? Magnetic dipole moment. Why we have to study magnetic dipole moment? Means previously we have studied. This is a current carrying coil. In this coil, how much current is going? I current is going. Now, from this current carrying coil at a distance x, we have measured here magnetic field. That magnetic field value is nothing but E equal to mu naught by 4 pi into 2 pi n I r square divided by r square plus x square whole power 3 by 2. Now, like that, here we have done one definition. One derivation we have done previously. Now, this is current carrying coil. This current carrying coil behaves like a magnetic dipole. It behaves like a magnetic dipole. Previously, you have studied what is the electric dipole. Electric dipole means, sir, the system in which two positive and negative charges are separated by a small distance. Then this arrangement is said to be electric dipole. In similar way, magnetic dipole also. But in magnetic dipole, here positive and negative charges are there. But in magnetic dipole, electric dipole, positive negative charges are there. In magnetic dipole, south and north poles will be there. South pole and north pole. That means here this current carrying coil, it must behave like a magnetic dipole. It must behave like a magnetic dipole. Is it correct or wrong? Is it correct or wrong? Now, to check this one, first we will go through the definition of magnetic dipole moment. That means electric dipole is having the electric dipole moment. In similar way, magnetic dipole is having the magnetic dipole moment. But whether it is having the magnetic dipole moment, this coil is having the magnetic dipole moment or not, we will see here later. Now, electric dipole moment on the axis, electric field due to the electric dipole on its axial line is nothing but formula 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught 2p bar divided by x cube. This one we have derived already. Now, electric field due to the electric dipole on equatorial line is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught p bar divided by x cube also we have derived. Right here, electric dipole is having the dipole moment. P is nothing but dipole moment, electric dipole moment. In similar way, what is the magnetic dipole moment? First, let me study about this one. Magnetic dipole moment. Magnetic dipole moment is denoted by which letter? It is nothing but m bar. So, magnetic dipole moment, it is denoted by which letter? Means m bar. It is a vector. Sir, how to define the magnetic dipole moment? Means, okay, magnetic dipole moment, the product of electric current, and area of the current carrying coil is called. This is the current carrying coil in which I current is flowing. Its area is nothing but A will be there. Okay. So the product of current and area of the coil is nothing but is called here. Is called magnetic dipole moment. Magnetic dipole moment. Right. See, magnetic dipole moment. It is denoted by m bar. Magnetic dipole moment is denoted by m bar. Of course, mathematically, how to write the expression? Mathematically, magnetic dipole moment, m is equal to I into A. Is it? Suppose if the area of the coil is pi r square, so m is equal to, we can write I pi r square also. I pi r square also. Is it? For n number of turns, see, for n number of turns of coil, suppose only one number of turns of the coil is there, means these two are the formulas. N number of turns are there, means m is equal to n I a, we can write, otherwise n I pi r square we can. Now this is the magnetic dipole moment. Sir, what is the SI unit for magnetic dipole moment? Right, SI unit. SI unit is nothing but see, magnetic dipole moment SI unit is current ampere area meter square. Ampere meter square. Ampere per meter. Sorry, ampere meter square. Right. Next, it is a what type of quantity? Vector quantity. Electric dipole moment is a vector quantity. Okay, fine. Now this is about it. Right. Now you just see the product of electric current and the area of the current carrying coil is called here magnetic dipole moment. It is denoted by a letter, it is nothing but m, whose formula mathematically we can write. Any one of the formula is correct. These two formulas are only for one turns of the coil. This formula is for n turns of the coil. Right? That means coil is wire, number of wire. Coil, 1 turn, 2 turn, 3 turn, 4 turn like this. SI unit is ampere meter square. It is a vector quantity. Now this is about magnetic dipole. Now here magnetic dipole moment we got. Now same, suppose if this current carrying coil is having the same formula within this one, that means on the axial line, here magnetic field we have written like this. Suppose if you write in terms of the magnetic dipole moment, means of course that current carrying coil will acts as it behaves like a magnetic dipole, right? Yes. For this, you just see here what I would like to go here, what I would like to take here, you just see. Now current carrying coil as a magnetic dipole. Current carrying coil as a magnetic dipole. Sorry. Right, let me see whether we will prove or not. In terms of magnetic dipole moment, if you write means yes, it is correct. Now this is the current carrying coil. Okay, I current is flowing due to this current at a distance x. Here magnetic field B equal to, here we are having mu naught by 4 pi into 2 pi n I r square divided by r square plus x square whole power, what we can write, 3 by 2. Is it? Now from this one, you just see x is greater and greater than r. Whether you are observing or not, x means distance where we are measuring the magnetic field. This distance is very much greater than the radius of the coil. So r value is very small. In denominator r value is there, means still it is very small. So r value is small means r square value is very small. So r is very small, r square is neglected. So that r square can be neglected. In which one r square can be neglected? Denominator itself. So b is equal to mu naught by 4 pi into 2 pi n I r square divided by this r value is 0 means we can write x square whole power 3 pi. This 2 cancel. So b is equal to mu naught by 4 pi into 2 pi n I r square divided by x cube we get. But here you just see this n I pi r square. This n I pi r square. Somewhere we have seen this equation. N I pi r square is equivalent to magnetic dipole. So yeah, since m equal to n I pi r square. So b equal to what we have? Mu naught by 4 pi is equal to 2. In this complete one, m bar you can write magnetic field, magnetic dipole moment divided by x. That means here magnetic field due to this current carrying coil on its axial line we have written in terms of the dipole moment. Is it? So here due to current carrying coil we have written here dipole moment. So this one is acts as a magnetic dipole. Current carrying coil behaves like a magnetic dipole. Right? Sir, when its face is axis. See, here we just see one more thing. What is that? Means you just compare these two. This is axis and this one also axis, right? So you just compare these two. Right? Pi is common, 4 pi is common. 4 pi common. So mu naught is equivalent to here 1 by epsilon naught. That means mu naught is equivalent to 1 by epsilon naught. At the same time, magnetic dipole moment is equivalent to electric dipole moment. In electric and magnetic fields, we can take it like this. So, from this one we can conclude that magnetic field current carrying coil behaves like a magnetic dipole. That means current carrying coil behaves like a magnetic dipole. Right? Suppose in the coil, right, if the current is in clockwise direction like this, clockwise, in the coil, if the current is in anti-clockwise direction, if it is like this means anti-clockwise, like this means clockwise. Now see, suppose if current in the coil is clockwise, come on, the face of the coil becomes south. Right? South means you just see. Yes. Right? Here, yes, right. Like this you draw arrow. Here it is going like this. So you draw it south. When the current is in clockwise direction, which is south. Right? The current in the coil is clockwise. So face of the coil becomes south. Next, if the current in the coil is anti-clockwise, come on, the face of the coil is becomes north. Right? North means, see, N I am writing like this. This is N. So here for this one, this arrow like this. Right? For this one, like this. Is it? Now north and south. Yes, make it important concept. Right. Next concept is Ampere's circuital law here. This Ampere's circuital law gives the relation between electric current and magnetic field. Of course, to study the relation between electric current and magnetic field, if there is another law also, Biot-Savart's law also, even though if there is a law, see there is another law, that is Ampere's circuit law. This is also gives the relation between the magnetic field and electric current. Suppose, what is this means? The line integral of magnetic field around any closed curve is equal to mu naught times of net current through the area bounded by that closed curve. This is nothing but one current carrying conductor. Suppose I current is flowing in this conductor. If I current is flowing in this conductor means around this conductor what will be produces? Magnetic field will be produces. That means the magnetic field throughout the length of this line we have to calculate. So this here to here magnetic field is there. Here in between also magnetic field. In between also magnetic field. Here in between also magnetic field is there. That means along the length of the line, the integral of magnetic field. So the line integral of magnetic field around a closed path, around this closed path is equal to mu naught times of, mu naught means permeability, mu naught times of net current through the area bounded by that closed curve. That means mu naught times of net current. Suppose here I1 current is there. Within this area another current is there, I2 current is there. So net current means I1 and I2 both we have to consider. Here another current is there within the area, another current is there. So that current also we have to consider. So how much current is there within the area of closed curve? That current completely we have to consider in Ampere's law. Is it? So just see mathematically how to write the law means line integral means integral and which one second. Line integral of magnetic field, that means B bar dot L bar. Magnetic field along in the form of small magnetic elements is equal to mu naught times of net current. Mu naught times of net current. Where mu naught is equal to what is the value of 4 pi into 10 power minus 7 Tesla meter per ampere. Mu naught is permeability of free space. Right. Now by using this Ampere law we can measure the magnetic field due to a straight long infinite length of current carrying conductor. Now this is nothing but a current carrying conductor. This is nothing but a current carrying conductor. How much current is carrying by this conductor? I current is carrying by this conductor. Is it? Now this conductor is not finite length. Of course it is an infinite length. Okay. Now by using the Ampere's law, due to this current carrying conductor, we have to calculate the magnetic field at a distance r. We have to find out. Now to find out this one, from the Ampere's law, what is the Ampere's law? Line integral of B bar dot dl bar is equal to what is that? Mu naught into I net. We can take I net. Is it? You are observing the part. This is the small element, magnetic element, that is dl. What is the direction of dl? Direction of dl is like this. Now, according to the right hand Clopps rule, at this point, what is the direction of magnetic field? That means magnetic element length is nothing but we can draw. That is also in this direction. So B bar and dl bar both are in same direction at this point. Is it? Now, in this case, we can write line integral of B dl B bar dot here I will write A bar dot B bar is equal to AB cos theta. A bar dot B bar equal to AB cos theta. So cos theta. Theta means angle between B bar and A bar. Both are in same direction means that is 0 degree is equal to mu naught into I net. I net means what is the net current? I itself. Right. Now from this one, line integral of BDL is equal to, we can write mu naught into I. So B, you write outside of the integral into DL is equal to what we can write mu naught into I. Now totally along the length of the path, closed path, so many DLs we can imagine. Here DL it is like this, in between these two one DL, in between here one DL, like this number of DLs we can imagine in this path. What is the total length of this path? Means is equivalent to 2 pi r. So B is equal to total length. That means addition of all DLs along the path is equal to 2 pi r is equal to, we can write mu naught into I. From this one, B is equal to, we can write mu naught I divided by 2 pi r. Now this is nothing but magnetic field due to the current carrying conductor, infinite length of current carrying conductor. Now the similar one, we are going to change it like this. B equal to mu naught I divided by 2 pi r into 2 divided by 2. Right? On dividing like this, B is equal to mu naught divided by 2 into 2, 4 pi, and thereafter 2 into I, 2I divided by r also we can write. Now this is the magnetic field. Magnetic field due to a infinite length of current carrying conductor. How we can write means like this we can write. Yes, make a note. Right. Next, one of the very important concept, force between two straight, long, infinite parallel current carrying conductors. Simply I have written force between two long parallel current carrying conductors. Right, infinite length of current carrying conductors. Now, of course, right, just to see, here I am taking one of the current carrying conductor. This is one of the current carrying conductor. Right, I have taken it is like this, one of the current carrying conductor. Of course, infinite means, okay, we can represent it like this, infinite length. Next, from this one, here another current carrying conductor, here I am taking, this is another current carrying conductor. Okay, like this I am taking, you just to see. This is the first current carrying conductor and this one is nothing but another current carrying conductor. This is also infinite length of current carrying conductor only. This one also infinite length of current carrying conductor itself only. See, I am drawing it like this. Is it? So, what is the separation between the two? Okay, current carrying conductors means two current carrying conductors are separated by a distance that is nothing but d. Right? Thereafter, we just see what is the current is flowing in first conductor means. Current in first conductor is nothing but I1. The current is flowing in upward direction, that is X conductor. The current in second conductor is nothing but I2, which is also flowing in upward. That means in two current carrying conductors, current is flowing in same direction. Current is flowing in same direction. Okay. Now, what is that means? Very first one. There are three spaces are there. First space, second space, third space. Is it? In these three spaces, how the magnetic field is existing. Now, due to this first current carrying conductor, second current carrying conductor, in first space, there is a magnetic field. That magnetic field is according to the thumb rule outward from the board. Due to first and second current carrying conductor. Here you take it like this. Here you take it like this one. That means thumb is pointing the direction of current and end circle of the fingers are used to the direction of magnetic field. Okay, right. Due to this current and due to this current, in this region the direction of magnetic field is inward in this direction, inward in this case, inward direction. But in between the two conductors, due to first current carrying conductor, magnetic field direction is inward. Due to second carrying conductor, magnetic field direction is outward. But we don't want this one. What we want exactly, okay, we will follow that. Now first, due to this first current carrying conductor, due to this first current carrying conductor, in this complete region, what will be existed means magnetic field is existed. First we will write magnetic field due to current carrying conductor I1 at a distance D is at a distance D. Due to this current carrying conductor I1 at a distance D. D means exactly where the current carrying conductor I2 is there. At that position, the magnetic field is nothing but B equal to, previously we have done, B1 is equal to mu naught by 4 pi into 2 I1 divided by D. Is it? Yes. Sir, what is the direction of the magnetic field due to this first current carrying conductor means, okay, see, due to this right hand thumb rule you use, okay, in the direction of current, you put the thumb, right, n circle of the fingers in this region is inward. That means at this point, the direction of the magnetic field is, how we can take means, inward, like this. This is the inward direction. Inward direction of the magnetic field is nothing but B1. Is it? Right. And thereafter, in a magnetic field, suppose if there is a current carrying conductor, that current carrying conductor experiences a magnetic force. That means here B1 magnetic field is there. In this B1 magnetic field, I2 current is flowing in a conductor. Then this conductor experiences a force. That force is nothing but magnetic force. Now just put it here, magnetic force on a current carrying conductor I2, okay, due to magnetic field B1 is, now due to this first magnetic field B1, what is the force on this second carrying conductor means, we will write. Right, how we can write? That means force on second conductor due to first magnetic field is equal to, what is the formula? Bill sin theta. Right, Bill sin theta. We can write. B is nothing but magnetic field due to first one. I2 is nothing but current I2. Is it? So angle between current and magnetic field 90 degree. So sin theta will becomes, okay, 1. Right, look at here. F21 is equal to, we can write B1 into I2 into L. In bracket you write, since theta is equal to 90 degree. Okay, one is both. Next one, force on second due to first is nothing but B1. What is the B1 here? B1 is mu naught 4 pi to I1 divided by D. So B0 is nothing but mu naught by 4 pi into 2 I1. After I1, what is there? I2 divided by D into, what I can write? L I can. Now this is nothing but equation number 1. Right, dear students, actually you see Here current is flowing in upward direction, magnetic field is inward to the board. Then what is the direction of the force on second conductor due to the first? Means by using the Fleming's left hand rule we have to view the direction of force. In Fleming's left hand rule, first three fingers we have to stretch in such a way three are mutually perpendicular to each other. Middle finger is gives rise to the direction of current. Forefinger is gives rise to direction of magnetic field. Thumb is gives rise to the force. Once again, middle finger is current, forefinger is magnetic field, thumb is force. So, in the direction of current, okay, I have placed here middle finger inward to the direction of magnetic field. That means this one I have placed inward like this. So, you just see this is the direction of magnetic field and forefinger is gives rise to the magnetic field. So, what is the direction of here? Thumb. Direction of thumb is being in this direction. So, here magnetic field is nothing but force on second conductor due to first conductor is nothing but we can write like this by using the Fleming's left hand rule. Here magnetic field is inward, current is upward, so this is the direction of force, right? Fine. Next, due to this second current carrying conductor, in first one also, that means in the region of this conductor also, there is a production of magnetic field. Due to this second current carrying conductor, in this region, the magnetic field is nothing but B2. What is the direction of magnetic field due to I2 within the region I1? Means right hand thumb rule you use. Right here, the direction of magnetic field here is inward. So here means outward. That means in this point fingers are outward direction. So here the magnetic field direction how we have to take means which one we have to take outward like this. Right now this is the direction of magnetic field. This magnetic field is nothing but B2. Okay, so this magnetic field is B2. Then what is the direction of force in this case? Force direction. Once again you place in the direction of current middle finger, that means outward direction magnetic field B2. Right, outward direction magnetic field B2 means towards you like this. Right, here this middle finger is upward, current direction is upward, magnetic field direction is outward. Then what is the direction of thumb? Thumb direction is in this direction is there. So you just see here it is like this. Now towards you upward direction current is there. Towards you magnetic field is there. In this direction what is there? Force is there. Now force on second carrying conductor. Force on first carrying conductor. First conductor due to the second current carrying conductor is nothing but F1. This is nothing but force. That means what you are observing, one conductor is attracting to another conductor. Is it? When the current is in same direction, okay, in that case what we can see means two conductors are attracted with each other. Two conductors are attracted with each other. So here once again we will write for this conductor same manner we will write here. Yes. Let me have the continuation here. Magnetic field due to current carrying conductor I2 at a distance d is. Due to this I2 current carrying conductor at a distance d, magnetic field is B2. So that magnetic field is nothing but mu naught by 4 pi into 2 I2 divided by d we can write. Now thereafter, magnetic force on first conductor due to this second magnetic field is nothing but we can write B2 into I1. We can. Now F12 is equal to B2 means mu naught by 4 pi into 2 I2. Okay, next to I1 is there, I1 divided by D into L we can write sin theta is becomes 1 since in bracket you write theta is equal to 90 degree. Right, now this is equation number 2. Now from just to look at here from equation 1 and 2 you just write how we can write magnitude of force on second conductor due to first conductor is equal to magnitude of force on first conductor due to the second conductor. That is equal to what I can write? F, of course I can write. So F is equal to what I can write means mu naught by 4 pi into 2 I1 I2 divided by L D into L. I can write now this is nothing but force between the two current carrying conductors like this. Suppose in this similar formula, how we can write means like this also we can write F divided by force per length is equal to here mu naught by 4 pi into 2 I1 I2 divided by what we can write D we can write. Now this is nothing but here formula for force between two current carrying conductors. Yes. Now see when the current is flowing in same direction, two conductors are attracting with each other. Suppose if the current is flowing in the conductor's opposite direction, two conductors are repulsed with each other. Okay, you just remember that is also. Now from this one we can write one definition. What is that means? Suppose mu naught by 4 pi is nothing but 10 power minus 7 into 2. I1 current is 1 ampere, you take it. I2 current is 1 ampere, you take it. Separation between two conductors D if you take it. Then force per, in examination point it is enough till here. Don't write this one. This is the definition per 1 ampere. 1 ampere. How to define 1 ampere? 1 ampere definition you write to like this one. Right? Suppose current 1 ampere. 1 ampere is the current in each of two conductors. Each of two conductors which are straight, long, parallel and having negligible area of cross section. That means those conductors are not this much thick, very thin. So area of cross section is negligible. Are separated by a distance of 1 meter. 1 meter. And those two conductors are experiences a force of, see, 2 into, this is 1 meter also. Right, 2 into 10 power minus 7. If the force experienced by the two conductors when they have separated by a distance of 1 meter, the force which is experienced by the two conductors is nothing but 2 into 10 power minus 7 Newton per meter. Then the current flowing through each conductor is said to be 1 ampere. Then only current is said to be 1 ampere. 1 ampere is the current in each conductor of two long, straight, infinite, parallel current carrying conductors having negligible cross section area or separated by 1 meter distance in vacuum or experiences a force 2 into 10 power minus 7 Newton per meter means then the current is said to be 1 ampere in those two conductors. Is it? Yes. This 1 ampere definition also clearly I have given in the warm-up book. Okay, just a step.